On this episode of ESPN FC's Fantasy Premier League, I want to take a look at players in form and also the top scorers so far this season. A lot of them won't be a surprise. Some of them might be. Before we get to the form players, let's look at the top scorers in each position, the top three: goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards. We'll begin with the goalkeepers, and it's pretty tight in this one, just 2 points separating the top three. Liverpool's Alisson, top on 72 points. I don't expect many of you have got him simply because of all the Liverpool assets that are out there to be owned. This was a bit of a surprise to me. Jose Sa, I think it's more of recent form rather than early season form, but Wolves don't concede too many, and Jose Sa gets a few saves. He's just 1 point behind the top point scorer of the season so far. And number three is the popular one, Aaron Ramsdale. He started off at 4.5 and he's gone all the way up to 5 point something at the time of recording. This is one of these, I've missed the boat. You've not missed the boat. You've missed the boat after game week 38. Don't be that person that thinks, ooh, no, he's already gone up $500,000 or whatever. Well, fine. Someone else is going to buy him and they're going to get the benefits if he gets the point. So don't be that person. For defense, guess who is number one as the top scoring defenders? Yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 108 million points or so it seems. Number two is Joao Cancelo. He's suspended for the midweek fixture, but he was going to get a rest anyway, so hey-ho. And number three is Virgil van Dijk. Again, Liverpool assets. You've probably got Trent. You've probably got Salah. You may have Virgil van Dijk. If you have, and you've had him all season, you've got 83 points. Midfielders, guess who's top? Mohamed Salah, 160 points. Ridiculous. No excuses not to have him. Number two is an interesting one, as is number three, Bernardo Silva with 90 points. This Pep roulette has put so many of us off, but Bernardo Silva seems to be the one that kind of sticks around and gets assists like he did at the weekend with a cross-in that led to the handball against Wolves. He's a good pickup and plays more often than he doesn't. And Conor Gallagher, what a weekend for him, Palace against Everton. He's cheap, 6.1 million at the time of recording, and 87 points. So if you're looking for value for money, I don't think you'll do much better than Conor Gallagher in midfield, and some good fixtures coming up as well. And the forwards, number one, wait a minute, Emmanuel Dennis, 84 points. That's nuts. You've got Harry Kane, you've got Jamie Vardy, Cristiano Ronaldo, all these top players that have got 10, 11, 12 million price tags. And it's the bargain basement buy from Watford, Emmanuel Dennis, with 84 points. That's the top scoring striker in Fantasy Premier League, like we all thought at the start of the season, right? Number two is Jamie Vardy, but he's not playing right now, so that's a gamble. And number three is Mikel Antonio, who seems to have gone off the boil, but after West Ham go to Arsenal, they've got some nice fixtures coming up. Now, the form players. There's a few form players, understandably so, that are also in the top points scorers. Jose Sa and Alisson, as far as the goalkeepers are concerned. Hugo Lloris is number three in the form table right now. Spurs haven't played for a while, and who knows when they'll play again. Maybe this week, maybe not. But Hugo Lloris is number three in the form goalkeepers. The top three defenders, understandably so. Trent Alexander-Arnold at number one. What about this? Two Spurs players at 2 and 3. Ben Davies, who seems to have this kind of freedom to get forward from left centre-back. And Reguilon, the left wing-back. Two to think about. Your form players in midfield, bit of a surprise that Mohamed Salah has been usurped at the top by James Maddison, but he had himself a good weekend. Maddison. It's always a difficult one because there's Harvey Barnes in there, there's Maddison, there's Vardy in attack, but he sometimes doesn't play, and Preston Daka does. You know what? He's the form player right now. And if you fancy him, go and get him. James Maddison. Number three, also in one of the top midfield point scorers, is Bernardo Silva. The form player, number one in the striker, Emmanuel Dennis, again, just like he was in the top point scorer. Again, a good weekend with that goal at Brentford on Friday night. Cristiano Ronaldo makes an appearance in this one as the number two form forward. And number three is Neil Mopey. I would take this not with a pinch of salt. I'd have a look and see what you think. But if someone appears in both point scorers and top form players, I think they are definitely worth a look. None more so than Emmanuel Dennis. of Watford.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.